How's it going, people, and welcome back to another live show. Sorry about that. How's it going, people? Yes, breaking news, everyone. We have breaking news. Noni Madueke has signed for the Arsenal. Broke earlier today around 5 p.m., almost 2 hours ago. I did say earlier in one of my videos that Noni Madueke was going to be signing for Arsenal. I said this. Basically, I would just want to get your thoughts. Let me know how you guys feel about this signing. I'm also live on TikTok as well. I'm trying to multitask as much as I can. If you want to join me on YouTube Live, you can. If you want to join me on TikTok, you can. How's it going, people? Leave your comments. Let me know. What are your thoughts in regards to Noni Madueke signing for the Arsenal? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are keeping well. If you're new around here, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, great. Welcome. Great to have you here. If you're watching on TikTok, great to have you here as well. Hope you guys are keeping well. We're gonna try and get a good show in. Hopefully last about an hour. Put your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Noni Madueke finally have signed for the Arsenal. How you guys feeling about it? I mean, it was about 7-8 days ago, I believe it was, that Fabrizio Romano dropped that bomber. That's basically the word that's been going on around these days. The bomber. Fabrizio Romano basically dropped the bomber about 7 to 8 days ago, speculating and basically saying that Arsenal are going for Noni Madueke. It's as simple as that. He said it. He basically said Arsenal are signing Noni Madueke, and that basically sent the whole fan base into a meltdown. Sent the whole fan base into a meltdown. No one knew what was going on. No one knew what to say, and especially when you realized the fee that was being reported at the time as well. Everyone was like, "Are you having a laugh? Are you actually having a laugh?" It's one of those things where you're just like, "What is, honestly speaking, what's going on? How is it that Arsenal are signing Noni Madueke for almost 50 to 55 million pounds?" And everybody was like, "Yep, that's basically what's going on. Arsenal are signing Noni Madueke for 50 to 55 million pounds." But listen, 7, 8 days later, Noni Madueke is an Arsenal player. It's been officially announced today, earlier today, by Arsenal around 5 p.m. Let me know what you guys think in regards to the signing. I'm not going to lie to you guys. After the signing, I was like, okay, this is actually quite real now. And I was getting a bit like, okay, I kind of like this signing. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like this signing. Let me know what your comments are in the section below on TikTok. I'll try to read it out, as well as I'm on YouTube as well. I'm on YouTube. If you want to go and watch it on there, Mr. Gooner AFC, come follow me and all that good stuff. But yeah, after the announcement today, I was a bit like, you know what? It's starting to sink in. It's one of those things where he's an Arsenal player now. There's nothing we can do. We're just gonna have to support him. It's as simple as that. We're gonna have to support him. We're gonna have to, support what the club are basically trying to do, whether we like it or not, whether it's 55 million pounds or not, or 52, however much it is. It at this stage, it actually doesn't matter. It does not matter anymore. Ultimately, we're just gonna have to support him. He's an Arsenal player now, officially. And I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those people. I was just like, you know what? I loved the introduction video. I'm not gonna lie, it's there in black and white, and I was like, okay, this is actually quite real now. And I was like, you know what? I kind of like this, and you can see there Arsenal basically saying talent in abundance. Noni Madueke is a Gooner, with signing emoji narrated by artists and Arsenal in the community, Alumi Stazzy, and that was a fantastic, obviously, a video to introduce Noni Madueke to the Arsenal. And in one of his interviews, I'll get into one of his interviews in a minute. And as we all know, he's going to be wearing the number 20 shirt as well. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think when he was playing for Chelsea, I can't remember his shirt number over at Chelsea. Not that I really care. He's an Arsenal player now. But yeah, ultimately, listen, it's one of those things where I just want to know, what are your thoughts in regards to Noni Madueke signing for the Arsenal? And on the Arsenal website, obviously, they confirmed it. Noni, proud and excited to return to North London. And that's basically what they're saying in this piece on the Arsenal's website. You're gonna go and have a look. Gotta have a look over there. And obviously, he says here, new arrival Noni Madueke believes that his instincts led him to Arsenal, as he feels that this is the right move for him to continue progressing personally and also professionally. Let me know what you guys think in regards to that. And it was one of those questions because I was just like, if this man obviously joins Arsenal, one of the questions that I actually had was, is he gonna join up the squad? Like straight away, or is it a case of he's going to have a break? And obviously he's confirmed that in his interview. He's basically said he's going to be going on holiday and then coming back to join the boys at a later date. And just reading the transcript in regards to his first interview when it comes to Arsenal, he basically went on to say, I feel like everyone here, all the players here in the team, are established Premier League players in their own right, and I would like to say I am as well. And that's what basically Noni Madueke said. And one of the things that he also then went on to say as well was there was something that I read in regards to when they were asking him about what he felt at the club. Have you spoken to anybody at the club in regards to his move to the Arsenal and obviously getting to know his new teammates? And he basically said, yes, I've spoken to Dek, I've spoken to Bukayo, even Urian, I've spoken to, as well as they're all amazing, and they all said amazing things about the club and the culture here, how warm it is and how much of a family it is. He smiled. I'm really happy to be here, to be part of the Arsenal family now. So it's really great to see that obviously before he moved to the club, he went to get obviously spoke to some of his, you know, let's say some of his English colleagues, Declan Rice, Miles Lewis Skelly, Bukayo Saka, and obviously Urian Timber, which I believe apparently he's become good friends with as well. So yeah, as I said, if you're joining me on TikTok as well, put in your questions, put in your comments, and I will try to read out. I'm also live on YouTube as well, so if you want to come and join me on there, got some comments here on TikTok at the moment. Somebody saying Mbuemo for 65 million. It is what it is. We're not talking about Mbuemo right now. We are talking about Noni Madueke. If you're a United fan, go and watch a United channel. I'm sorry, I'm not talking about United right now. Maybe that will be another live. But today is about Noni Madueke. Does he get a game over Trossard? Somebody asks in on a question on TikTok. I believe he does. I believe it does. Obviously, there's been speculations and there's been reports to suggest that he's not just coming in as a backup. He's not coming in as just a backup, Noni Madueke. He's coming in to challenge. Either he's on the left and either he's on the right. And I do believe Trossard, it's funny you say Trossard because I do believe that Trossard is going to believe in the club. I honestly believe, I think he's been linked with a lot of move away to different clubs in Europe. I don't know if he fancies going over to Saudi. We shall wait and see. However, it's been reported that on various sort of platforms and various let's say journalists have basically reported that he basically is going to be linked with a move away. And if that is the case, that means obviously Noni Madueke, as we know, he can play left, he can play right. Predominantly, he plays more on the right, but he can also play on the left. It kind of gives us a different dynamic because when you think about it, someone like a Trossard, obviously, he tends to come off the bench and does quite well. Hence the reason why he's been nicknamed our best 12 man or something along those lines. And then also, when you think about Martinelli, his best season has basically been behind him. I know he's still young, and I know he's still got a lot to go when you think about it. His best last season was 22-23, which a lot of us keeps going on about. And hopefully this will enable him to, because now that he's seen Noni Madueke come in, imagine having, okay, listen, this is the way I see it, right? The way the team are basically going to pan out, Noni Madueke gives a dimension where he can play on the left and he can play on the right because he's both footed, right? However, I do believe there's going to be a case where we're going to play Saka on the right and Madueke on the left. I do honestly do believe that. Drop a like if you haven't already, guys. I'll much appreciate that as well. I do believe there's going to be a case where we're going to see Madueke start on the left and Saka play on the right and they're going to potentially swap. Saka doesn't really swap too much, but I can envision potentially this happening. And it's one of those things where just envision, like, rivalries aside, at the end of the day, Noni Madueke is an Arsenal player now. So you just have to envision how he plays and the way he loves to drive at defenders, at fullback, at pace. It's got skills. And I do believe under Mikel Arteta and also our new assistant coach in Gabriel Hines, I do believe, honestly, we are going to be able to see we're going to see the best come out of Noni Madueke in regards to his development as well. So I do believe Trossard is going to leave, and I do believe Noni Madueke is going to potentially be the backup for, let's say, a Saka and a Martinelli on that left hand side as well. So yeah, in regards to Trossard, I do honestly believe he's going to be is going to be leaving, in my opinion. So that's basically how I see Trossard going at the moment. Someone says squad depth is all I can think of here. Trossard is a better player, but he might be going. I mean, like I said, Trossard is a best 12 man. I think that's basically what it is. It predominantly comes off the bench, and he does great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this as though like I don't like Trossard. I really do like Trossard. He's Arsenal player. This is basically just my opinion, and I'd love to hear your opinion as well. So let's just see basically how that one goes. Still won't win you guys. You're a European Cup. I'm gonna assume you are a Chelsea fan. But yeah, let's see. Ironically, you say European Cup. Obviously, Chelsea won the European Cup, and I think as well, if I'm correct, Noni Madueke should get a medal for the Club World Cup, even though he wasn't there for the final. That's going to be very interesting, isn't it? Let's see how that one goes. And I mean, he can definitely say unfortunately he won't have it on his shirt, but it is what it is. Let's see where it's going. Let's see. All the money in the world and you still finish second. Somebody said, all that money to finish second. Let's wait and see in regards to that. He needs to learn how to cross if he plays on the left. He's both-footed, as I said. He's a both-footed player. And I think he's quite dynamic in the way he plays. He does have a lot to learn, and I think he will learn a lot under Arsenal. But yeah, it's one of those things where he's got a lot going for him. He's 23 years old, guys. He's about the same age as Bukayo Saka. They're both England internationals. They're both great players, regardless of the fee, regardless of the club he's come from. Let's be honest, if he was coming from a rivalry team, let's just say from Spurs, for example, and you knew he was one of their best players carrying that team, because if you look at that Chelsea team front line, Cole Palmer, excuse the pun, but apart from Cole Palmer, Madueke is probably right there behind him in terms of attacking threat at Chelsea. So in a way, I kind of see that we've taken one of their best players as well. So that's just the way I see it. Somebody's saying Kudus and Madueke. Listen, I've said it even way before Kudus went to West Ham 2 seasons ago. I wanted Kudus from Ajax. The season, obviously, we signed Jurrien Timber from Ajax, for example. I was basically saying, let's get Kudus as well. But unfortunately, we didn't go for him. And I believe, if my memory serves me right, that's the same season that we signed Havertz. And Havertz instead of a striker. But yeah, it is what it is. Trump's got it. No, Spurs can you see Arsenal winning the league this year? Ironically, I've got a video coming out on that. I'm going to be doing a live as well, but it's one of those things where I'm going to wait. Scott basically asking, can I see Arsenal winning the league this year? Scott, I'm going to be waiting till the end of the transfer window before I make my conclusion on that one. Because reason being is I still want Eberechi Eze. And that would basically be the icing on the cake for me. I mean, Gyökeres, he's been well documented that he's going to be coming to Arsenal anyway. And I'm more than confident that we're going to be getting him. So I'm quite confident in that regard. If we can get Eberechi Eze with the rest. So let's say, for example, Noni Madueke has been announced today. Christian Mosquera is going to be the next one to be announced. And then we're going to have probably Gyökeres be announced. And then from Gyökeres, if we can then add Eberechi Eze, then I think we've got a massive chance of winning the league, 110%. That's basically where I'm going with this. Kudus is miles better. I don't know. I wouldn't say miles better, but obviously when you're playing in a team like West Ham and you're basically their best player, everyone's going to say that. But when you're playing in a Chelsea team where they've got various options up front, Cole Palmer, Let me not even say Jackson, but yeah. How you doing, Mark? Thank you for joining in. Yeah, let me not say. I mean, Cole Palmer, Madueke. I mean, even what's his name as well? I can't remember. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of Chelsea. I'm not doing any join. I'm not doing any dual stuff at the moment, guys. Just leave your comments there. But yeah, I don't know if I would say Kudus is much or miles better than Noni Madueke, but let's see how next season obviously goes in regards to that. But listen, Madueke is joining a better team in North London. I don't care what you say. You can say Kudus is better. And yes, you got Thomas Frank. It's going to take some time to embed yourself to get the tactics straight. But Thomas Frank is a good coach. But let's see how it is. He is, though. Madders, I don't know. I'm not in agreement with that, but I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion, but I personally don't agree with it in regards to you saying that Kudus is miles. I wouldn't say miles better than Noni Madueke, but I would say slightly better. But I do think personally, Noni Madueke has a higher ceiling in terms of development than Kudus does. If Kudus has come to Arsenal, I'll probably be saying the opposite. Maybe it's the Arsenal talking to me. I'm just reading a little bit more of the transcript in regards to what Noni Madueke said in his first interview. He says, I've just been relaxed, waiting for the green light, and when it came to today, it felt real. I'm really happy and really proud. So it's a great moment for me. It's great to go back home to North London. To go back home. It's great to go back home, be with my mum, my dad, and I know my mum misses me in the house. So, as you guys know, obviously, Noni Madueke, obviously, is from North London predominantly. If you look at his history, he's played for, I believe, Crystal Palace back in the day. He's played for Spurs back in the day as well before he made his move abroad to PSV. I'll get onto that in a minute. And obviously, his injury record as well. And obviously, he basically said, I try and be a dual threat from the left and from the right, of course. It's a little bit different when I play on the left or when I play on the right, but it doesn't really matter to me where I play. I only really have one thought in my mind when I get the ball to my feet, and that is to go into space, or is just basically to go up against a fullback and go past him. So that's definitely one of my main strengths. And that's what I'm saying. And I know you're saying there, Madders could just run through a team. Listen, Madueke has run through a team. No disrespect. Obviously, yeah, he's an Arsenal player now, but there was a game that I watched. He ran through Arsenal as well. So, yes, Kudus can run through a team. Madueke can run through a team. Chelsea wanted Kudus. You wanted Kudus. Everybody wanted Kudus. Who wouldn't want Kudus? Who wouldn't have wanted Kudus? I've been wanting Kudus before he joined West Ham. And obviously, West Ham tried to price him out. And that's the reason why Arsenal had to pivot and go for Noni Madueke. And obviously, I think another thing was Arsenal basically wanted an English international. And obviously, Noni Madueke fitted that profile. And hence the reason why we ended up going for him. Noni Madueke is 23 and Kudus is 24, has a higher ceiling because he is better. And like I said, Madders, I respect your opinion. You're a Spurs fan, I'm sure of it. And I respect it. I honestly respect it. And he said, I'd rather Rodgers over them all. Ooh. Is that, I'm assuming, is it Morgan Rodgers of Aston Villa? That's the one you're talking about? If it is, let me know in the comments. Noni Madueke, a couple of stats. No player, listen to this, no player in the competition averaged more carries ending in a shot while only 3 other wingers bettered his non-penalty XG. He also averaged 3.5 shots per game, and his versatility will be crucial for Mikel Arteta going forward. I do wonder who those 3 players are in regards to who he bettered. Probably, I don't know, Kudus. Let me know in regards to that. I'm just going to go over to his stats for a minute. What Noni Madueke brings to Arsenal Football Club. For example, I'm going to be showing you here. Like I said, I'm doing screen shares on my YouTube if you want to go and have a look and all that good stuff. So I would really appreciate that. So let's see. And then he goes here. The England international netted 11 times across all competitions last season, helping Chelsea win the UEFA Conference League and the Club World Cup, as well as return to the Champions League. His threat with the ball at his feet made Noni a stand-up performer last season. No player in England top flight made more progressive carries, carrying the ball at least 10 meters towards the opposition's goal, with Noni Madueke averaging 6.1 per 90 minutes. Those are stats. Those are stats. I didn't make it up. That's basically the stats from last season. Matters, what are you saying? Your whole fan base are in meltdown due to you signing Madueke. We're not. Not anymore. I think it was a case of we had to get used to the fact that, yeah, we were getting Madueke. And I think ultimately it was a case of we've been itching for a striker for a long time. Itching for a striker. And then when you hear that Noni Madueke is coming to Arsenal, and then you're still waiting for Gyökeres to be announced or to be confirmed, or you're still waiting for the here we go, and then you're hearing Madueke before Gyökeres. So you obviously, the initial reaction, let's be honest, like Arsenal fans, we are not Arsenal fans, football fans, we're full of emotions. We're emotional beings when it comes to football. Our initial emotion, our initial reaction kind of like, how can I put it? Sort of, it doesn't allow us to see clearly like the long-term picture of what the club are basically trying to achieve. So ultimately, our initial reaction was, why are we signing Madueke for £50 million? We need to be getting a striker. But you know what? 7 days has passed. He's now an official and Arsenal player. And a lot of us, and I think some of us, has now come to terms to the fact that he's an Arsenal player. And when you look at his stats, like I'm reading out now, you're thinking, actually, you know what? Maybe it's actually not really much of a bad signing. So yeah, initially, the initial reaction, yes, was why are we going for Madueke? However, now it's actually, you know what? We don't mind it. We honestly don't mind it. Yes, Morgan Rogers. Yeah, listen, Morgan Rogers is a great player. Again, he's around the same age, I believe, as Noni Madueke as well. So honestly speaking, yeah, it's crazy. And I'm looking at this stats. It goes players with the most carries in the Premier League last season. Noni Madueke joint top with Van Hecke, and then Pau Torres, and you got Kulusevski, and then Ruben Diaz. Oh, raw. Ruben Diaz. Damn, I didn't think okay. No players classed as a winger had more shots per 90 minutes than Noni, who produced 3.5, leveled with Bukayo Saka, Antonio Semenyo, and Mo Salah of those four as well. Bukayo played obviously fewer minutes than Noni Madueke did last season, so that's obviously something to put into consideration. Guys, please hit that like button and don't forget to follow me if you haven't already done so. You think you're winning the league? Ever heard of Liverpool? I never said we were winning the league. If you didn't hear me earlier, Madders, I said I'm going to wait to the end of the transfer window and then I'm going to give you my final analysis, because ultimately Liverpool have signed Vert, they've signed Frimpong. It's reported that they're going for Ekitike, so they're strengthening. We're strengthening. If we also get Gyökeres as striker, listen, anyone can bloody win the league. I never said we're winning the league. I said I am going to wait until the end of the transfer window. Crap player. Thank you very much. We will take that. Would you start Noni over Martinelli right now? Yes. Yes. Are you kidding me? Did you not hear what I've just said? Martinelli, what did he produce last season? Hardly produced anything last season. Whereas Madueke did. I'd literally just read out the stats in terms of Madueke's numbers last season. Martinelli doesn't even reach the top 10. I will start him over Martinelli all day. I'll tell you that now. Anyone that doesn't, mate, I'll tell you what, considering the type of season that Martinelli had last season, of course I'll take it. I'll start him over. Arsenal are butlers. Thank you very much. We shall take that. Liverpool are winning the league. Good luck to Liverpool. I never said they ain't, and I never said Arsenal are. All I'm saying is football is football. Last season, everybody always... Before last season, a lot of people were like, oh, Arsenal are going to challenge for the league. Nobody ever thought Liverpool would, because obviously it was Arne Slot's first season. But Arsenal capitulated. City were not even City that we are very used to for the last 5-6 seasons. And unfortunately, Liverpool were the better successor when it comes to somebody like an Arsenal and a Manchester City not doing as well as everybody expected them to. Listen, I'm not deluded here. I'm going to assume that your name is Nadia. I'm not gonna I'm not a deluded fan. I'll tell you this now, but I will support my team and I will make a good argument when it comes to my team. I am not deluded. I'll tell you that now. Ultimately, what I am saying is Manchester City are going to come back. Liverpool are strengthening. Arsenal are strengthening. Yes, you can be like, we're bottlers. We came second 3 years in a row. But to come second 3 years in a row, that means you only needed a minor tweak or a couple of players to add, and then you potentially will get it over the line. Listen, I'm not here. Listen, negativity doesn't bother me. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion, and that's what I'm here for. I can't believe you're trying to be optimistic about signing Madueke. You're meant to be contenders. Okay. Sorry, you're a Spurs fan, I believe, Matters. If I'm correct, it looks like you are. Okay, you won the European Championship. You were basically the best of two shit teams, let's be honest. When it comes to the Europa League final, probably one of the worst Europa League finals we've ever watched as football fans, but it is what it is. You know what? You won it. Kudos to you. Well done. However, what are you guys going to do in the league? You are not challenging for the league. You're not challenging for the league. We're challenging for the league. You're not. So I think it's best to stay in your lane. I'm sorry, mate. So many negative comments. He hasn't once said Arsenal winning the league. Don't people listen? Thank you, Mitch. Mitch Football, thank you so much. Much appreciated. And that's exactly what I'm saying. A few people clearly aren't listening. I never said Arsenal were winning the league. All I'm saying is we'll wait till the end of the transfer window and we will analyze it when it comes to that time. Look at the titles between Man City and Arsenal. Oh my God. Okay, well done, mate. Well done. He's a good player from a Chelsea fan. Thank you. Much appreciated. Just going through the chats. Obviously, I'm on YouTube Live as well. I'm on TikTok Live. You know how it is. We're trying to multitask as much as we can. Here we go. Give them the Declan Rice scored 2 free kicks against Real Madrid trophy. Well done. Well done, Madders. Much appreciated. It was a great moment at the time. Once we get the striker sorted, we're going for Rodrigo Liverpool. Do you know what? If you do and you sign him, well done. I honestly wouldn't put it past Liverpool if they did sign Rodrigo, considering I think Bayern Munich are going for Diaz. So if Liverpool do get the money that they want for Diaz, which is around, I believe, 60, 70 million pounds, give or take, then they can use that money potentially to go and get Rodrigo. You listen, it's the same way, like previously Arsenal explored trying to sign Isak, for example, and Newcastle basically said it's not for sale. This summer, Liverpool explored it. Newcastle said it's not for sale. So they also had to pivot and then got for Ekatike. It happens. We've explored signing Rodrigo. We don't know what the situation is at Real Madrid at the moment because there's a lot of rumors. Nothing is concrete when it comes to Rodrigo at the moment. But listen, if Liverpool get him, great. If Arsenal get him, fantastic. I'll be over the moon. I'll be doing backflips to the moon and back. Listen, it is what it is, but let's see how it goes. Isak will come. Isak is not going anywhere. Man, listen, Newcastle are not selling Isak. Simple. Get over it. They're not selling Isak. Unless you got 120 to 150 million pounds, Isak is not going anywhere. He's still got what? 3 years left on his contract. He ain't got nowhere. And if Newcastle said they're not selling, he's not going. It's as simple as that. His wages aren't that astronomical to the point where it's not like, oh, they can't afford to bench him. They'll bench him. He's still got 3 years left on his contract. Isak is not going anywhere, bro. I'm telling you that now. Keep dreaming. You have both been to one final both, and I wouldn't brag about that. Oh, Mitch, Liverpool guy, love it. Liverpool, love it. Some level-headed people in the chat next year, Isak. Liverpool winning to pay. Liverpool are not paying 120 million for Isak. Get over it, man. Get over it. I don't care. 55 million. Liverpool. But yeah, listen, let's get back to Noni Madueke. Looking at the shots per 90 in the Premier League in 2000, in basically the last season, Cunha obviously tops the list in regards to that. And then we've got Cole Palmer, then is Erling Haaland, and then is Noni Madueke, and then is Eberechi Eze, which is another player that I would definitely want at the Arsenal. And then we've got touches in the opposition box last season. Jeremy Doku basically tops the list with Mo Salah, then Bukayo Saka, and then Noni Madueke. So anybody that keeps thinking that Noni Madueke is not that guy, and I don't see Mohamed Kudus on this list, probably apart from, none. In terms of players with the most chance, most carries in the Premier League last season, Kudus is not even in the top 5. Players with the most shots per 90, Kudus is not even in the top 5. And Saka is in the top 5 for the most touches in the opposition box. Even though he missed 4 months of the Premier League season, he's in the top 3. Where is Kudus? Okay, Madders. But yet, Kudus is better than Noni Madueke, but the numbers don't lie. But yeah, but like I said, listen, you're a Spurs fan. You got to support your player, and I've got to support mine, because Noni Madueke is a gooner right now. So I'm going to defend him, whether I was whether I supported the initial transfer, or I was happy about it, or I wanted it to happen, whatever it may be, he's a gooner now. So I'm supporting him. Like I said, look at the dribblings, mate. Oh, I just said carry, balls carry. Are you not listening? Players with the most carries. Noni Madueke top the list. What are you not hearing? Go and check the stats, bro. Man said dribbling. Anyone can dribble. What's dribbling? Step overs? But where's the dribbling taking you? And what is the end product in regards to dribbling? Come on, bro. Kudus wanted that last season. Yeah, you can tell he wanted that last season. He played shit. He was tired of the bullshit that was going on at West Ham. It's as simple as that. He was obviously West Ham getting rid of their best player, got rid of the coach in David Moyes, I think the season before. Then they went to go and sign the ex-Wolves manager, which was whack. And then halfway through the season, they sacked him, got Potter in, and you're thinking, bruh, Kudus has better numbers than Madueke. Okay, you keep telling yourself that. Whatever makes you sleep well at night, mate. A lot of his work is off the right, and he's looking like he'll be playing on the left. I think he'll be playing left and right. As Arsenal fans, listen, as Arsenal fans, for many, 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 many seasons, especially I think since the Euros, if not before or after the Euros, we complained a lot about how many minutes Saka was playing, how tired he looked, why are we not getting a backup for Saka? Because last season we were saying get Kudus as a backup for Saka. We didn't. And then now that we potentially have a backup, because let's just hypothetically say for a minute, right? Trossard and Martinelli do stay, and none of them go. That means Madueke will be challenging, because I don't personally believe Madueke is coming in as a backup. He's too young to be considered as a backup. And a £50 million signing as a backup, I personally don't believe that. So I personally believe, I'm of the opinion that Madueke is there to challenge. And we need strength in depth. We've been saying this as Arsenal fans. If you're an Arsenal fan and you are not supporting this signing now that is officially done, then you have a problem. If you're not seeing the bigger picture, Noni Madueke is not crap. He's not a shit player. So what exactly is the problem here? A lot of his work is off the right. Yeah, what does the stats even mean? But you just say that he's got better dribbling. Oh my God. Good business. My club Chelsea got Noni for 30 million, sold him for a lot for 50. It is what it is. And hopefully, if and when he does leave Arsenal, we can sell him for 70, 80. We shall wait and see. But let's see how he gets on. Who's better, Mbeumo or Madueke? Mbeumo had a better season. You see, this is the kind of question that really annoys me. Who is better? Who is better than out of Mbeumo or Madueke? Mbeumo had a better season in the Premier League. But then you can also then argue, but Madueke helped Chelsea win the Conference League in Europe. He played in Europe. Mbeumo didn't. And also, Mbeumo has 1 year left on his contract. And he's going for £70 million. Are you having a laugh? So who's got the better deal? Who's got the better deal? Come on, guys. Let's be real. I know we all like to chat for the sake of chatting. I know that. We just like to chat for the sake of chatting and typing rubbish. But let's just, settle and just analyze football really well, yeah? And players. Who's better, Mbeumo or Madueke? You tell me. Personally, I'm going for Madueke. That's just my opinion. I still think Arsenal will sign another left winger. I do hope so as well, Mitch. I do hope so. Obviously, you're a Liverpool fan, I'm assuming. And if we're both going for Rodrigo, may the best team win. May the best team win. Kudus and Mbeumo destroys Madueke. And I appreciate your opinion. I appreciate your opinion. It is what it is. Jokes aside, how long do you think it takes Noni to equals Chelsea's? You've got jokes. All right, for my YouTubers out there, people watching live on YouTube, we got a question, yeah? Got a question on TikTok. Basically, it says, jokes aside, how long do you think it takes Noni Madueke to equal his Chelsea's trophy tally? Okay, YK, can you just remind me how many trophies does he have with Chelsea? And then I'll be able to answer that question. Because he was there for like 2 to 3 years. How many trophies did Chelsea win in the last 2 to 3 years? I know they've gone, okay, Club World Cup, yep. Conference, that's 2, okay. What else? Just let me know. Damn, the comments are coming in fast. Liverpool will finish above Arsenal this season. They probably will. They probably will. But you never know. This season has not even started yet. He's good. Someone said, let me join. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to catch up with your comments. Chelsea miles bigger than Arsenal. Your opinion? Who's bigger, Chelsea or Arsenal? That's your opinion. He's a baller. Arsenal fans are silly. I don't know who exactly you're talking about there. No, he does. No, he doesn't. The club had the option for another year extension. Do you do your research? Okay. But they didn't take it. Because if they'd extended his contract, then he would have had 2. But he only had 1. You do your research. Come on, man. Guys, no wonder Arsenal gets hated. This guy is saying Madueke is better than Mbeumo. I've heard it all now. Okay. That's my opinion. That is my opinion. I'm not deluded. And yeah, you can hate Arsenal fans. We're entitled to our opinion. It's just that people don't like our opinions. And Arsenal historically has been one of the most hated football clubs in history. Arsene Wenger said it in his days. They're always going to hate us. So we're used to it now. I like him. I just don't know how much of his ability translate off the left where he'll be playing. I don't think he'll be playing predominantly on the left, guys. I'm not of the same opinion that he's going to be predominantly playing on the left. I'm more of the opinion that he's going to be predominantly playing on the right. Because I just don't see Saka playing 90 minutes week in, week out. I think Arteta is potentially going to be rotating. And yes, he will potentially play on the left at some stage as well. But I think predominantly he's going to be playing more on the right, in my opinion. But again, we have to wait and see. Unfortunately, Noni Madueke is probably not going to be part of the Asian tour for Arsenal. He's hardly going to have any preseason. I don't think he's going to join Arsenal for the preseason. But because now that he's signed officially, Club World, after participating in the Club World Cup, because of that, he's going to have to potentially go on a holiday for about 2 to 3 weeks, recharge, heal his body up, and obviously come back slowly. So the likelihood is we're not even going to see Noni Madueke play for Arsenal probably till mid-August, end of August, give or take. So yeah, I basically don't see that happening anytime soon. Mbeumo, and listen, you're entitled to your opinion. Chelsea clear, mate. Yeah, trophy-wise, yeah. But then again, your oil money. Without all that money that your guy got you back in the day, you will not have any trophy. You barely have any trophies. Let's say the facts are facts, mate. But it is what it is. You won it. You have to participate. And fair dues to you. You did win it. Whether you were spending £1 trillion. But the fact of the matter is, I'll be honest about it, Chelsea played, they participated, and they won the trophies. I'm not going to hate on that. It is what it is. Rodrigo never ever picking Arsenal over Liverpool. He wants to win trophies. Fair enough. Fair dues. Thanks for the 50 million, says a Chelsea fan. You're very welcome, sir. You are very welcome. What have Arsenal won in the last 5 years? see, look at this. This is Tottenham fans talking. They win their first trophy in what? How many years? And now all of a sudden, it's what has Arsenal won in the last 5 years? How many Premier League trophies has Tottenham won? And yeah, you're gonna come back and say how many European trophies has Arsenal won? If you do your research, Arsenal have won European trophies. So yeah, go and do your research before you talk. How many Premier League trophies has Tottenham won? Let me know. Got one trophy at us, didn't he? Not sure what club that you. Noni has two. Is that trophies in terms of trophies? Noni has two trophies. So if he has two trophies, the for me at least he's gonna get one this coming season, because I do believe that this season is make or break for Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta has to win a trophy this season minimum. If he doesn't, with all this money that Arsenal have been spending, the club backing him up and all that good stuff, I do believe if he doesn't win a trophy minimum, either it's FA Cup, Premier League or Champions League, I do believe he's going to be under massive pressure. So in regards to your question, I do believe Noni Madueke will win minimum one this season, and then obviously from there he'll go on to win more. That is my opinion at the end of the day. Club World Cup and Conference, so just two. Okay, so he just won trophy recently. Oh god. Okay. Okay, coming up to 6 years without a trophy. Yeah, thank you for the reminder. And let's see how many more years you go without winning one. Oh my god, Charles. Tottenham fans, you guys make me laugh. You guys make me laugh. What is going on YouTube at the moment? Somebody says, I love the Noni Madueke signing. That's what I'm saying. I love it too. Me love it too. But we got some Tottenham haters on TikTok Live chatting. Yes, I said it. I'm coming for you, Madders. All banters though. Listen, I'm all here for the bants. Coming up to 6 years. Thank you for the reminder. Why sign a player to block 1 year's progress? No, we are not. That's a very good comment actually, because there has been a lot of concerns in regards to signing Madueke will probably stump 1 year's progress. But however, it has been stated, if you're an Arsenal fan and you're in the Arsenal fan base, you would have seen that Arsenal and Arteta do not see Wanyeri as a Saka backup. They see him more as a player to be challenging Odegaard's position, which is where Noni Madueke do not play. So no, Noni Madueke is not going to be blocking Wanyeri's progress. He's going to be challenging with Odegaard, which he's where he's more naturally good at. So I hope that answers your question. If you sign in Buemo, you would say he's much better. Give it a rest, because he'll be an Arsenal player. But then again, yeah, he might sound like hypocritical, but as I said, when you look at it holistically, Mbeumo carried Brentford last season. Doesn't necessarily mean he's a better player than Noni Madueke. I don't know how much football you watched last season or how much of Chelsea. I watch a lot of football, trust me. So I'm basing that off my opinion. Yeah, he had to step up. Obviously, after Tony left, Wissa and Mbeumo stepped up for Brentford. I'm sure you're going to say Wissa is better than Madueke too. Chelsea fans saying thank you for the money. You are very welcome, sir. To be honest, I wish Noni all the best. Just hope he doesn't turn into a Judas like Kai Havertz. Let me remind you. Noni Madueke is from North London. That is all I'm saying. If you sound in Mbeumo, you say it's much better. Haha. Trying to get through your comments. No end product, says Nathan. He's decent. He's not worth the money you've paid though. That's a fact. If he was African, he would be 20 million. What's that got to do with anything, bro? Why can't Arsenal win trophies? Go and ask Mikel Arteta. Do I work at the club, bro? Come on, man. But honestly speaking, Nathan, what is him being an African got to do with it? Like, come on, bro. I don't know. I don't know how to take that one. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Yo, bro, how are you? Says Saliba the GOAT. I am good. Another Gooner guy in my TikTok live. Welcome. Make sure you guys hit that like, 1,000 so far. I want to get that likes up. Come on, guys, hit the like as much as you can. Much appreciated. So I'm Madueke. And Madueke didn't even start half the games. So I don't get that one. There we go. Salah and Madueke are exactly the same. Madueke just can't finish. Interesting comparison there, to say the least. Interesting comparison. Let's see what is going on at the moment in the world of football. Apparently there's some breaking news. Oh, interesting. I'm going to share some breaking news at the moment that's currently surrounding Twitter as well. And the good thing, actually, going back in regards to Ethan Nwaneri, it has been reported that Ethan Nwaneri has signed his official contract extension. So that's definitely something to be good about. Noni said London is blue, though. That receipt is there for life. Yeah, and he also just said it's good to be back home. He went on loan. He's back home. Oh, English players get massively overpriced, bro. That's what it is. Exactly. They do. Oh, maybe that's what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. At the end of the day, do you remember? And this is another thing, right? Do you guys remember when Arsenal signed Ben White about 4 years ago, I think it was, for £50 million back then? Everyone's like, oh my God, how is it worth 50 million? But you also don't have to understand, English players get the most taxed. It's the tax. That's the reason why they go for such amount. This day and age, if anyone wants to come in for Bukayo Saka, let's say Man City comes for Bukayo Saka, best believe Bukayo Saka ain't going for anything less than £120 million. I'm telling you that now. He's not going for anything less. So yes, it's because of English players. He is an English player, and that's the reason why Madueke have gone for the price. Ben White, about 4 or 5 years ago, he also went for £50 million. Everyone's like, oh my God, 50 million. I remember Gary Neville saying it's not worth £50 million. Just saying. This year was serious decisions. Berta is creating a winning mentality. Yeah, he's doing well in the club, I'm not going to lie, at the moment. But let's see if he can get Rodrigo, or even I'm hearing, is it Javier or Javier Simmons? I'm hearing that as well. And from what I'm reading at the moment on my screen, Fabrizio Romano reported not too long ago saying Chelsea and Arsenal are amongst the club attentive to Javi Simmons' situation this summer. He's prepared to leave Leipzig, as revealed early in May, and Premier League clubs are informed. No bids or talks officially yet. Nothing concrete so far with Barcelona either. So that's another name in the mix as well. So like you said, and this is another thing. For example, Liverpool wanted Isak. Newcastle said no. So now they pivoted to Ekitike. And again, if to say, for example, Arsenal wanted to go for Rodrigo, and let's say Liverpool comes in for Rodrigo, and Rodrigo says, actually, no, I want to go to Liverpool. Arsenal are then potentially going to go for Javi Simmons. Listen, we can't have it all. Yeah, because there's PSR, there's FFP to oblige with. You can't have it all. You're going to have to build your squad with the players that are available, that do want to come to your club, and that are affordable for your club. You cannot sign everyone, guys. So yeah, there's going to be, some contradiction when it comes to players, but it is what it is. This year, we're serious. We are definitely serious. Mosquera, yes. Mosquera will probably be announced tomorrow. Probably not tomorrow. I'll give it till Sunday. Because Arsenal seem to be liking Sundays. Zubimendi, he got announced on a Sunday. Then we got the news about Noni Madueke, like I said, around on a Sunday or so. So yeah, Mosquera, Sunday. Make sure, if you're not already, like and subscribe on my YouTube. I'm always doing video on there as well. Love for the love, guys. Appreciate it. I think Ben White is a good player, not 50 million is mad. Club pay 80 million for Maguire. You've said it all, Nathan. You said it all. 120 million, no chance. I'll be more closer to 200. I'm going to be assuming that you are talking about Bukayo Saka, because that's basically who I said in regards to that. So yeah, let's see what people are saying on YouTube. Bukayo Saka not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. He's our star boy. He's our star boy. I've said Arsenal will win the league in the last 3 years and bottled it every year. Listen, Daniel, Gary Neville said the same thing. So you're not alone. 53 million for Madueke is a joke. The world champions absolutely fleeced the second FC. Let's see. Only time will tell. If Arsenal got to win the league next season, hypothetically, if Arsenal got to win the league next season, and when I do this live again, I want all you man them that's been chatting, yeah, make sure you come back. Make sure you come back. That's all I'm saying. We are flying out on pre-season tomorrow. Yes, we are. But before that, we are also playing Watford, apparently, at the training ground. So that's going to be a behind the closed door or behind closed door pre-season game. So we're going to be playing Watford first and then flying out to Asia for our pre-season tour. Always rated Noni. Wanted him at Arsenal, getting him on the back of my shirt. Champions League hope proves people wrong. Yeah, I do hope you get. I'm not getting Madueke. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I've got the new Arsenal kit, the home kit. The name that I am personally waiting for to print on there, if we do get him, is Eze. If we get Eze, I am printing that name. I'm telling you. Hypothetically, that's what I said. Or what did I say? Yes, hypothetically. Yes, hypothetically, bro. My first impression is you're a realist Arsenal fan, a very rare find, not gonna lie. Thank you, Daniel. Listen, some people call me deluded. I like to have a bant. I'm a banter guy. I love to have bant, but at the same time, I'm quite level-headed. I'm not gonna be deluded. Well, I try not to be, but at the same time, I'm gonna support my players. But real is real. Like, you have to say, you know, as it is. Like, I'm not gonna be like all Arsenal if I know that Arsenal aren't doing well. Ultimately, I have to call a spade. You know, it is what it is. But I appreciate you, Daniel. Hit that like button and go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. What are we saying on YouTube? Noni Madueke, everyone's liking it. Cool. He's been hypothetical for the last 3 seasons. Damn you. That's what I'm saying to that. Damn you. Which teams are threats to the title for Arsenal? Chelsea. I'll say it for real. Chelsea, obviously Liverpool, Manchester City. And that's about it. That's about it. I mean, you look at the so-called top 6, for example. I personally, I'm not going to lie, listen, realistically right now, I know I said I'll wait till the end of the window's end, but realistically, the way the window is going, if I were to choose someone to win the league right now, I would honestly say Liverpool. That's just me being honest. And then it's going to be a case of Manchester City and Arsenal playing for second. And then we might get second. But yeah, and that's only based off the fact that obviously Liverpool, with the fact that nobody expected them to win the league last season, and they did with the players that they had. Obviously, Trent has gone. They've basically replaced him even better with Frimpong. They got Wirtz in. Everybody wanted him. They got Wirtz. Fantastic signing. And if they get Ekitike in, and if they get Rodrigo in replace for Diaz, then boy, they're cooking. That's just me being honest. Like, Manchester City got a lot of their transfers in early in January, right? And we all saw that they didn't really embed into the team quite well. They didn't really gel. And I mean, don't get me wrong, they went on a few runs and they won a game and they obviously got top 4 in the end. But, I did I miss Newcastle? Yeah, sorry, Newcastle. They'll probably be a challenge for us next season. Yes, Liverpool have strengthened very well. I'm getting Jovino vibes from Madueke, not going to lie. Probably Thierry Henry no money has finally landed. Thierry Noni. Which is just trying to get through your chats at the moment. Now you're going to be 4th. You haven't bought enough to be 2nd this year. We didn't need to buy that much. Obviously, we just basically replaced almost like for like. Zubimendi, Nogard, Kepa as a backup as well. That's another Chelsea player. And Madueke, and we're gonna get a striker, and we're gonna get another centre back in Mosquera. So we're kind of covered. So I don't know. I don't agree with you there. Everyone has strengthened against apart from Manchester United, but apparently they're getting Mbuemo for £70 million, and he's better than Noni Madueke. I'm just saying. Thank you again for taking the scrubs off. Don't know what that means, but appreciate that. Hit that like button, guys. Yeah, basically, like for like, while others have strengthened. No, because I disagree. Because Zubimendi, I would say he's better than Partey. He's younger, he's better. Because when you think about it, if you watch that if you watch the Euros final, Spain against England, Rodrigo went off injured, and everyone was like, oh my God. And then Zubimendi came in and bossed that midfield against England. Bossed the midfield. Go and ask Declan Rice. They couldn't deal with Zubimendi in the midfield. So yes, that's not like for like. That's an upgrade. You could potentially argue and say Jorginho and Norgard is like for like, but Zubimendi is definitely an upgrade. I'll tell you that. Gyökeres is an automatic upgrade because once he gets over the line, because we don't have a striker. So tell me, how's that an upgrade? I'm just saying. Come on, brother. Hell no, Zubimendi ain't way better than Partey. Says who? Are you an Arsenal fan? Zubimendi is better than Partey. That's the reason. Did you not see that Liverpool wanted him last season? I'm just saying, Liverpool wanted him last season. But he chose to come to Arsenal. He heard that Arsenal are coming in for him, and he said, hold up. I'm going to stay for another year. And then I'm going to Arsenal next season. And that's exactly what he did. But listen, if you're live on YouTube, I'm going to be coming off of there now, but I'm going to stay live on TikTok because I'm having a lot of bants. But I appreciate you guys on YouTube. I'll be back tomorrow. Hope you guys are good.